sometimes I've taken a project that seemed to be all lined up to be a hit and managed to alienate the Dana Carvey Show. There's a famous documentary on the Hulu channel on it.
I want to watch it. What's it called?
Too Funny to Fail. And it's
so Dana Carvey was given a variety show at ABC,
9:30 at ABC. Yeah,
9:30 at ABC. One of the funniest shows. Who was just to talk about the ilk of people that worked on that show?
So it's Steve Colbert, Steve Carrell, Charlie Kaufman was one of the writers. Louis C.K. was the producer under me. Dino Stamatopoulos, a brilliant writer of.
It was like the who's who of
the writing staff was insane.
Yeah,
and then we also hired Carrell and Colbert, gave them their first real TV jobs.
Right.
And then we had other funny people in the cast.
So what does the documentary tell us?
The documentary just chronicles the high hopes the show had. The problem of doing it on a Disney-owned channel,
wasn't that thing at the beginning? If I remember, I don't know that I remember. You had Clinton breastfeeding.
We basically killed the show with the very first sketch we did.
Was that the one I'm talking about?
Yes. So we had this sketch where it started with Dana was playing Clinton. He did a very funny Clinton. He's talking about how he was way ahead.
Not George Clinton. President Clinton.
Bill.
President Clinton. I know you know that.
I do know Bill.
I'm
Bill.
not going to condescend here.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
President Clinton.
She knows Bill, but not like
Monica.
There you go.
See?
If you know Monica, that's something. This was pre-Monica, though.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so Bill Clinton had this thing where he used to say, I feel your pain. That was his catchphrase. And Hillary at this time was very unpopular. I don't know. This was March of 1996. I don't remember even the circumstances, but Hillary was like bringing his poll numbers down. So he sets it up like saying Hillary has been placed in a facility, and we cut to it, and she's like rabid and banging against the doors and trying to get out. And then I'm going to be both. I'm the feeling president. I will be both the father and mother to this country. And then I don't remember. That was Louis' premise, and he said something like, "I have developed the ability, with the help of science, to breastfeed." And then he pulls out a nipple and starts breastfeeding, I think, a child. I think we had a real child in there. I can't remember.
God.
Maybe it was a doll.
This is on ABC. Disney owned it.
This is on ABC. And it wasn't a real child. It was a doll.
Is there not a clip of this?
We'll see
there
it.
is a clip.
We'll cut it in as you're saying it. Go ahead.
So that was maybe we would have been fine. But then I had to interject. I was obsessed with animals, you may know, between Triumph and a lot of other stuff I've done. And I was like, what if he's also, what if he,
is that how you pitch?
Wait.
Oh, that's me.
What if he also has the ability to, what if he has 8 nipples? That was my thing.
Yeah, you just had.
He have 8 nipples, and then we start bringing puppies and kittens in, and everybody's like, that's hilarious. So we did it.
On ABC.
On ABC.
Disney. I watched it. I was laughing hysterically.
But here's
I was
the
on
thing.
the floor.
Here's the thing.
Ford?
I didn't understand that Home Improvement, which was the lead-in, it was the #1 show on television. And I didn't understand that it was like a family show that kids and parents watched together.
Right.
It was on at 9. It wasn't in the family hour. Tim Allen, had a history of, dealing coke or whatever. He had this dark side that I thought, and then Pam Anderson was on the show.
Right.
So I didn't think of it. I never watched it.
You thought it was coke and porn.
I didn't, not quite, but I thought it was prime time version of coke and porn, whatever that was.
See, my take is you thought it was a family show. That's why you had babies and animals sucking on teeth.
If I had only had a strategy of some sort, but I didn't. I was just like, this is funny. Wait, it's funny. And Louis crazily said, what's great about this idea? This is going to draw a line in the sand. You're either with us or you're not. And it's like, that's the last thing you want to do on primetime television on your first show. Like, let's alienate half the audience. And I was like, yeah. Rock and roll. We were so naive. And then it wasn't literally till like 4 weeks in that I watched an episode of Home Improvement, and I was horrified. I was like, what have I done to Dana Carvey's career? How did I not watch this show?
In the making of in the ideas, did the network not see script?
Oh yeah, they saw everything.
So
they were behind it. Everybody at ABC was cool with it except one guy, David Weston. He was the head of like news at the time or something. He was way higher up, and he was really angry about it. But all the other executives, they don't say this in the show, in the documentary. They pretend that they were like outraged by it and that we fought them. But no, it was only this one guy, David Weston, who, and then by the way, like within a year, everyone else had been fired except for David Weston. He was a pretty smart guy, apparently. But yeah, no, they were totally for it. And the sponsor, we also had this gimmick. We called it the Taco Bell Dana Carvey Show. That was Dana's idea. Like, because in the old days, in like the 40s, it'd be like Texaco Star Theater.
Well, she knows it's like YouTube now.
Yeah.
They sponsor.
You can integrate your product with whatever the show is.
You don't think that's like podcast too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's
no, it is.
it
Yeah. So the sponsor's name used to be on television shows. So Dana thought it would be funny that we would change it every week. So Taco Bell was the first week, and they loved the sketch. They had no notes. The second the sketch aired and there were all these letters coming in, they were like, we apologize. We had nothing to do. We didn't know. And then the next week we had a new sponsor because that was the plan. This was like Mug Root Beer or something. And everybody thought, oh no, Taco Bell pulled out.
That's why I thought it was a sponsor.
Yeah, no, everybody thought that we lost our sponsor. So just everything, it was a Murphy's Law situation.
Oh, but it's that like when the stars align. Like the fact is, I don't think in my history in show business have I ever seen a lineup of on camera and behind the scene people that illustrious, that equipped, and fail so brilliantly,
abruptly. Yeah.
But it was very loud. It's so much so that it's a Hulu documentary.
Yeah, now. There were spectacular flames that we went up in.